Game over. Ready, fight.
Welcome back to Clay Function Dysfunction with me, Ricky D. And today we're going to jump right into it with our tribute to blockheads everywhere. And remember, if you're enjoying the contents that you see, hit like or subscribe so that we can continue to bring you this content. We really appreciate your comments and your suggestions. So without further ado, here we go. Here I'm going to start on Charlie Brown's cell. When I think of Charlie Brown, I always think of the perfect circle, his head. Now here's a little known fact that Charlie Brown and Snoopy actually did not start with the Peanuts. They got their start before the Peanuts in another comic strip that Charles Schulz used to write. It was called Little Folks, and Charlie Brown and Snoopy were the only two that survived from that first comic strip. I often use toothpicks or wire when I'm connecting the head to the torso. It gives us a lot more support so the head won't fall over, flop over while I'm trying to work on the rest of the character. Working with the smaller parts, trying to get the details in there. It's not always the most fun, but it gives the best effects. What I always found interesting about Charlie Brown was his best friend was Linus, and Linus was Lucy's little brother, and you can tell that he was younger than Charlie Brown, and he would take advice from this little kid sucking his thumb and holding on to his blankie. That says a little bit about Charlie Brown and his judgments. Alrighty, now that I got it all baked, it's time to get to painting and put it all together. Here's another interesting fact. Charles Schulz did not like the name Peanuts for his comic strip. They got the name from the Peanut Gallery, from like Howdy Doody show and shows at that time. But he didn't like it, and he would often have them put Charlie Brown or Snoopy's name in the credits so that they can know the difference. I never think ahead on how I'm gonna get something that's this tall and awkward to stay in place. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Adding on the fire here. Just splash the colors in there and hope that they work. So the Peanuts was one of the longest comic strips that was ever produced, and at Charles Schultz and so Charles Schultz requested after he passed that the comic strip be retired and no one else take on the reins. And don't forget, if you have any ideas, things you'd like to see, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, because we really do appreciate you. This is Ricky D, Play Function Dysfunction. Tune out.